Good morning, y'all. I'm going to make another one of these gift bags. This time I'm using some digital prints from Antonio Makes. These were all freebies. He posted these a while back. I printed them a long time ago and I just have never used them. They got shoved in a box. These are some words and phrases, and some labels, and another piece of that junk mail envelope that I was working with. And I have another Bath & Body Works bag. The first thing I'm going to do is start cutting these pages down. Okay, these are the images that I've chosen to work with. Now I'll just start playing around and layering things up. I know I want to use a piece of that envelope, so I cut a piece down for that. Now I want to choose a label, so I cut these apart just so it would be easier for me to choose which label I wanted to use. And I decided to go with the oval. Now I want to add some words to the center of that oval, and I choose the words fly high. Ooh, I know that was quick. I'm using Distress ink in the color Salty Ocean that paired really, really well with these blue images. Okay, now that everything is inked up, I will start layering again. I am going to put my book board back inside the bag to stiffen the bag up for when I glue things down to it. Now you'll see here that I just glue one corner down to hold that in place. Makes it easier when you're doing collage sometimes to just glue a piece or a part of an image down and then glue the rest of it down. Now I'll just glue the entire collaged piece down to the front of the bag. Okay, This is what I ended up with. Now I'll take my book board out so that I can fold the crease and just press it really well. Make sure your paper doesn't crinkle when you're doing this. Now this bag originally was folded a little crooked, so I just went with it. It's really hard to refold these shopping bags when they've been folded crooked for so long. Now I'll put my book board back inside the bag so that I can work on this side. I chose some more images. This time I chose this really pretty bird. Some more of the junk mail envelope. And then I will choose another label. And then I'll choose another word or phrase. This time I chose memories. And then I repeat the inking process. This time I went ahead and inked across that word and phrase just to add a little color to it so it popped off of the page a little more. And then I'll begin gluing everything together. Again, you'll see me just glue pieces and parts down so that I can move the images around to tuck things up under where I want them instead of completely gluing everything down at one time. Again, when you're doing collage, sometimes this is a really good technique to use when you're doing all this layering. Okay, now I'm going to glue the entire piece down to the front of the shopping bag. So this is what I ended up with. And then I decided I probably want to add some script stamp. And I should have really done this before I added the collage pieces, but sometimes we decide things later. So I'm going to add some script stamp in blue, and you're only going to see me stamp one side of the bag because I did the other side off camera, and completely dyed my fingertips blue with the ink. I would suggest that if you have gloves available or maybe some plastic shopping bags or something that you can slip over your hands when you're getting messy, that is a good idea. Sometimes these inks really soak in, and even though they're water soluble, some of these are hard to get off with just soap and water. Also, I got a little lazy and decided just to use my whole ink pad to go around these edges. And I kind of used the corner of that ink pad to add a little bit more distressed look to the sides. And you can see my blue fingers now. And this is how my bag turned out. Okay, so initially I just washed my hands with water and then Dawn dish soap. And then I washed them twice with a local goat milk hand soap that I get at my local farmer's market. So you can see how much ink it took off. Thanks for watching, guys.